Hi, hello, my name is Jupiter and welcome to the July video. This is my 7th installment now in the 2022 debut series, in which I watched and reviewed all of the debuts I could find for the year 2022. Hopefully it's going to be another short one this month. There were not very many debuts. I was pretty surprised this was 2 months in a row with just a handful of debuts, though I say that every time, and I feel like every time the video ends up being approximately 20 minutes, so we'll find out. I've got no big preamble this month. If you've watched up to this point, you know, and if you don't know, ask me in the comments. I will let you in on my rhyme and reason. The only thing to keep in mind as we go through these is that all of my reviews are just that. Mine. They are opinion-based reviews, and what I say is not the end-all be-all, and shouldn't take away from your enjoyment of the song, or alternatively, I might like songs that you don't like. Don't take away my enjoyment from the stuff I like. You can share your opinion, but you don't have to drag me down for it. Thanks. Alright, that's it. Let's get into it. July 2022. Irris, wanna know. Alright, folks, Red Square is back, baby! I really liked the song Colorful, and I'm so glad they're back, better than ever. For the song, I think in personal tastes, I'm starting to get a bit tired of that anti-drop style chorus, so I wasn't super excited for that. But the electric swing sound that they've got going for it, I think is very good, and I am into that. Also, in the second verse, that's when those new synth sounds kick in, and they completely reinvigorate the song, and they make all of the difference. Like, when I was listening through this song, I vocally reacted to hearing them kick on. This one is on my playlist, 8 out of 10. UIU, Starlit. I really love university K-pop groups. I feel like I can count on them to make good music, and this song proves my point. I think it is a quintessential color pop song, and it's done so well. It just invites you to get up and dance, and it's sweet without feeling like infantile or it's really, really high-toned for the sake of trying to make it cuter. I think the pre-chorus is heavenly, and my jaw practically dropped during the rap verse because I was just impressed from the leap between 3 different members. All of them continued the flow as if there's no transition at all. This one's on my playlist. I really like it, and I think it is worth a listen even if you're only tuning in one time. 9 out of 10. J-Hope, Arson. So to start all this off, I'm just going to say I am really unclear if this is a debut, because I swear that J-Hope has released music before this, but I'm not enough a die-hard fan to know. I could find something that was released as a mixtape, but I don't know the intricacies of like publishing and to understand if like that's an official debut or not. Again, very few debuts this month, so I'm just kind of running with it. And then we have the song. And then the song itself is really hard for me to rank because it doesn't feel like, it's not just a K-pop song. This song feels like an art piece. And as such, it doesn't really fit into my normal scales. Like the scale of, do I like it? Would I listen to it again? Like, feels really simple for the message that this song is putting out. Because I don't think I liked the song, honestly. But I do want to listen to it again. So then we kind of fall back like on that third metric I'll sometimes talk about a lot of will this song stick with me? And I'm also really unclear about that as well. Because I don't know in a month if this is going to be occupying brain space or in a year, but I know right now, as I write this song is really present. Like, it's got that kind of weighted blanket calm after you finish a really good movie and you're watching the credits roll by and you're kind of slowly coming back into the real world and the dark theater and you're just processing over and over everything that happened. That's kind of how I feel after watching this music video. So I don't know how to rank this. I think I'm going to go with a 7. And I would listen to this song again. And also, I really love it when idols swear and J-Hope says fuck off in that, and I think this is brilliant. Kawaguchi Yurina. Look at me. So, this is kind of a weird one. Sorry, folks. Originally, I found this on a list and it said Glass Heart. And I was like, oh, she released a Korean song. We can go follow that. And it turns out this is just a Japanese version of the original debut song, Look at Me. And I know that's weird because at the beginning of this project I said I wasn't going to do second language debuts. But for this one, I'm rolling with it because there's not very many debuts in July, so it's not going to muck up the cogs here. And in general, Yurina does have connections to K-pop because she has a following from Girls Planet 999. So, I'm running with it. In terms of the song, I enjoyed it, but there was just something about it that felt off the whole time, and I can't really place what it is. Her low register is really, really beautiful. I loved when she really swooped down into the scales to hit those notes. But there's just something about her voice and the way it was centered in the track that felt off. Like, her voice was in front of the music instead of being part of the music, if that makes sense. There's also just a sensation of rushing, not necessarily in her track, but in her delivery of it. She felt out of breath. I can't say if that's because it's a translated song or not, so the rhythms might be off in that sense. And I did listen to the original song, but I don't remember it well enough to be able to compare them side by side. But in sum, I like the chorus, and again, really love those low notes. I think she did well. This one's a 6 out of 10. KB, Be Free. Team, it's the bouncy bass line for me. Oh my god, I love this song. It is so catchy. And I love the movements that come from between the different registers while he's singing. And I just think that this one's addictive. It's not just catchy, it is addictive. I don't know much about Only One Of, just all in all, but I'm a big fan of this project that they are working on. I think it's really cool. Big spoiler alert, that at the time of writing this, after watching Yoojung's a few times, I realized it said number 1, and I had to go realize that there's more of them. So I've watched all of them up to this point. Up to this point, I think I'm at number 5 is what's come out when I'm filming this, so Mill, I believe it is. This has been my favorite one. That's what that spoiler alert was about. I also have not been disappointed by any of these debuts, but KB did really good with this one. I wish I had more to say, but all I can say is that the vibes are immaculate. I love this song. 10 out of 10. ATBO. Color. So I came out of this song wondering whether I liked it or not. I know I spent a lot of time thinking during the song, and I'm unclear if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I think the song has a choppy quality that I really can't explain why I feel it's that way. I think it's just got a unique flow to it, and that doesn't mean that it's bad, it just means that I'm not used to it, so I'm uncomfortable with it. And then again, I also don't know if that's a good or a bad sign for me to be uncomfortable with it. But I do think the second chorus is great, especially like going into that bridge. That was just my favorite part with all these little like blinking synths. It's got kind of got like a soda quality to it, sweet and bubbly, and I think they added a lot to the song. Unclear about a lot of this song, going with a 6 out of 10. CSR. Pop pop. The staccato rhythms in the verses of this song just add so much character to it, and I love the way it commits to its character. Lately I've been really into when an entire group sings the chorus, so this song and its really nice long drawn out chorus really scratches that itch. It feels like this could be an early Girls' Generation song, or like if G-Friend debuted this year, this would be the kind of song they would try. I think it's cute and it's really satisfying overall. As a side note, I had to look up their ages after watching this. Age is kind of a really salient topic right now in the K-pop world, and fun fact, the reason they all look like babies is because they are, in fact, babies. The group concept is that they're all born in 2005, so they're all 17 when this was filmed, like, loosely. I don't know what to do with that information, so I'm just going to share it here. I think the concept is handled well, though, thus far as I know, as far as what's publicly available. The song, though, is impeccable, 9 out of 10. And once more, we've reached the end of the month. This month was another short one, and that's including the weirder debuts that maybe I shouldn't have counted based on the ground rules I kind of set in January, but I did anyway. This was a fun month, and it really amazed me how it passed by. There was good music. So there was only 7 debuts, but the stat I am most excited for here in the month recap is actually the final average of all of my rankings. So I'm just going to jump ahead to that and share that now, because the number's going to be a little higher because we had left debuts, but the average ranking was 7.9, marking it as the highest ranked month so far, and I think that's so impressive. So we have a new month to beat, 7.9 as the average. I honestly don't think we're going to get better than this. But the debuts that made up this very impressive average were 3 girl groups. We have Irris, UIU, and CSR. And then we had 1 boy group, ATBO. And then there were 3 soloists in J-Hope, KB, and Yurina. This is also kind of a fascinating month in that there is more male soloists than female soloists. Because up until this point, that's literally never happened. And then our most viewed video was J-Hope with a cool 30 million views. Nothing to snuff at there. And then our least viewed video was UIU with about 90,000 views, which honestly is not too shabby. I don't think we've had a least view video that has over 50,000 views. I'm not fact checking that, so take that with a grain of salt, but that's kind of cool too. Also, not terribly shabby. This was an interesting month with high view counts. My highest preferred song was KB. I love it. It lives in my head rent-free. And then we go to my least preferred song, and that's actually a tie this month between ATBO and Yurina. Again, with a 6, because this month's average was ridiculously high. And then finally here, I'm not going to show you all the months this time, because I think the biggest development is that the new high month average, and I don't have a lot to say about that besides it's really damn cool. And then from here, I'm out of news. So going into this, I realized there weren't a ton of debuts, but there's a lot of comebacks this month, including some songs that I really, really love and then just totally forgot what month they came out. So that was a fun to find while I was editing all of this. August is up next, and it was chock full of debuts, so that one's going to be a bit longer, I'm hoping. And then we'll find out how much I have to say about all of them. We'll see. But until we get there, our scheduled time together has come to an end. So goodbye, my fellow K-pops and cosmic bodies. And may our dreams lead us to the same place and time and we can meet again. Peace!